Okay, so now we're going to go over some of the content strategies for LinkedIn, and you're going to find that this has a lot of carryover with what we've already talked about from Instagram and also Facebook content strategies. So LinkedIn generally needs a little bit more of a professional looking content for it and really capitalizes more on written information, more so than the reels and visual information that we see on Instagram. So it has more characteristics in common with Facebook than it does have Instagram, but you can certainly get a lot out of it. So generally, with your central hub, you want to have like longer form content for LinkedIn. Sorry, barely speaking. So in-depth articles or posts that explore a major topic or insight related to what you do. So analysis of a training method, of a trend in the industry, a case study with a client is really, really useful here. And showing your perspective in certain certain topics, for example, new research, innovative techniques, basically positioning yourself as a subject matter expert. So if your niche is, let's go say, uh, diabetes, we're going to use diabetes as a simple one, people with blood sugar issues, you're going to be looking at here's the impact of Ozempic on diabetic treatment. And you could write like quite a long piece on that, illustrating your expertise for the audience to see. And then you can create different types of pieces around that as well. But written content in LinkedIn is really where it is. So you want to have as much of that as possible on LinkedIn, where you're having mainly the hub that you're talking about. And that content can then be repurposed for Instagram, for a blog or something like that you could use. And you can do smaller posts from that. But LinkedIn long form articles are really where it's at. And you stick to the pillars of what you talk about. So if we're going to use the pillar model. So if you talk about training things to diabetes, you want to go really in depth on how resistance training activates the GLUT4 transport molecule, and cardio training activates the cyclic AMPK molecule, both which are important for blood sugar regulation. By having a balanced program, you're going to hit both. So LinkedIn allows you to go a little bit more into detail for that to kind of show off and expose yourself as the subject matter expert. And that's going to get the most value from LinkedIn. Okay. Now, in terms of the tone, okay, very professional in that, while being personal and approachable. Have a call to action at the end, and like 1 or 2 high quality graphics per post on LinkedIn will make a huge difference. So LinkedIn doesn't need the volume of stuff that you need for Facebook or Instagram in terms of stories. It's more well-written content done less frequently will do better on LinkedIn than it will do on other platforms.